How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to take a look at Barbecue, G.I. Joe Classified Series number 32. Happy to have this guy in the collection and get a chance to check him out. He has a ton of deco on him that makes him really stand out. The red-orange really pops, and he just looks really chill. He's got the metallic accents on some of his accessories, the propane tank, and a pretty tough looking mask. So yeah, let's check this guy out. All right, we've got Barbecue in a dynamic stance, holding on to the business end of the propane. And we're gonna take a quick look at his two accessories, the two axes that he comes with. And I can totally see him double wielding these bad boys. Some pretty nice mold work along the handle, along the axe portions or axe faces. Really nice, pretty cool stuff. My backpack has a pretty sucky QC issue. Doesn't look too terrible from there, but the minute I turn it to the side, you see that it doesn't fall flush along his back. If I show you from this angle, look how it sits on its back, on his back. That's a really bad angle. I can't get it down flush, and that sucks. And the reason that's happening is because of the peg. The peg is just completely and totally slanted, man. And there's no way for me to adjust it either. That sucks. So it kind of like just sits real weird. You really can't, I mean, you can't tell from the front, obviously. But it's annoying because I know it's there, you know? And there's really no need for it because the hose itself is really flexible and it has ample length, you know, to go down towards the pistol end. So, you know, that's disappointing. But other than that, he seems to be all in order. So, yeah. Let's take a look at some of the details on his sculpting. This is a nice touch, this little pouch on the arm. Over here on the other side, that is really crisp, that decal. Metallic silver, very nice. The pack came out. And that's the other thing, since it's slanted, it doesn't reach into the slot. You know, it's like, man, this sucks. And it'll break. It's brittle. You can tell it'll break if I mess with it too much. That stinks. But other than that, this is a really awesome looking figure, man. The orange and the red. I have really crisp paint all throughout right here on the green. That's a perfect example. That tiny little circle is absolutely perfect. Really cool stuff. The decals here on the propane tanks, I mean, that is super crisp. Very nice. Let's see what the ankle range looks like. It's not going to come too far forward because it's going to meet the boot here at the front. That's not too bad. Oh. Pack keeps coming out. That's a perfect example. Let's check the knee. G.I. Joe is very similar to like Marvel Legends. Each figure pretty much has the exact same points of articulation. So, I mean, and that's common, I guess, for most toy lines. But in some cases, there are slight variances. So I like to check it out. This gentleman coming out of the package, his hip was a bit more loose than usual. I've had a few instances with classified figures where the hips were just terrible, man. Really terrible. And I just don't even pose the figures because they're so annoying and the hips just don't hold at all. But this guy doesn't seem to have that problem. He does have an ab crunch like most classified figures do, or all of them, I guess. But you're not going to get any benefit out of it because of the vest that he's wearing. Let's see what kind of dynamic poses we can get out of this guy here. Pretty cool. I like that. I'm having a hard time getting the gun angled out in the right direction because of the limited range in the vertical hinge of the wrist, but not too shabby, not too shabby. Let's see what else we can get going on here. I like that. Pretty cool. I'm digging that. I'm digging that. Let's see. Let's see. Let me get the rotation going here. Very nice. Very nice. That's another cool pose. I like that. A few different looks. Here you can see how much that backpack really sticks out. And it's really just disadvantageous when you're trying to do posing because it throws off the center of gravity by a lot. It's sticking way out, you know, so that's annoying. It's annoying. That's why I keep complaining about it. This isn't the most natural looking pose here, and he might not be the best character for this pose. But what I like about it is that his feet are flush on the floor, front and back. He's using one hand to hold himself up in a really dynamic style shooting pose. And I like it. I like it. It might work better with a more traditional looking soldier or a special ops kind of figure. But I like the fact that I'm able to get this kind of a really dynamic flowing pose out of him. So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. That's a lot of good range there. All right, I'm gonna swap out the blowtorch for some of these axes. All right. And even though he is an aspiring firefighter slash soldier, he still has to do the iconic pose. If he has bladed weapons, he has to strike the iconic pose. And I'm feeling Barbecue in his unique version here of the iconic pose. Not too shabby. Way to go, brother. Looking nice. Oh, I like that angle right there too. Very cool, very cool. Switch it over to that side. Not so much. Maybe if I move the blades a little bit. Not exactly. That was a quick pose there. Let's try to get some light off of that blade. Nice. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. You see, he looks really tough. He's just a really awesome looking figure. The backpack, though, really gives him an extra flair. So it's a shame that my backpack is screwed. But the rest of the figure seems to be rocking. So let's go ahead and get some more dynamic poses with him using these axes. Nice. Another nice little pose here with these double axes. Very cool, Barbecue. I feel you, Barbecue. I see where you're going, Barbecue. Wow, I tell you, you know, what a difference it makes having that calf cut and that thigh cut. Because I'm having a ton of fun posing this guy. It might not look like the most natural poses for a firefighter. He may look more like a dual wielding martial artist, which is what I'm trying to evoke with these poses. So if that's what you're vibing, great. You know, mission accomplished. All right. So we're going to go ahead and head into today's themed lineup. All right. Very nice. Very nice. So for today's theme comparison, as we go ahead and segue into that, we're going to bring out some of my favorite figs in my G.I. Joe collection. I'll bring out Beachhead, and I'll go ahead and park Beachhead right over here behind our friend Barbecue. I will bring out Flint. There we go. Got him there with his buds. I'll bring out Heavy Artillery Roadblock. And Roadblock is a beast. And we'll bring Roadblock right over here. Center screen here. Big man Roadblock. Go ahead and get the screen center to feature him. Very nice. I'm liking that look right there. Very cool. A couple of more of my favorite G.I. Joes. I'll bring out Firefly. And Firefly was one of my top 10 figs of the year so far for 2021. And I'm going to bring him out right over here. I've got our friends with their weapons, or at least some of their weapons, which is uncommon. I usually don't bring out the comparisons with their accessories or their weapons, but in this case, I said, yeah, let's go for it. All right. I'll also bring out Major Blood. And this guy is one of the most highly sculpted and uniquely decoed figs in the entire run so far. There we go. And last but not least, for this themed comparison today, I'm going to bring out Zartan. So we've got some Joes, we've got some Cobra, and we've got a Mercenary. As soon as I brought Zartan out, there was all kind of trouble. Everybody was standing at attention. Everything was fine. You bring the one non-soldier out, and everybody starts breaking rank. All right. Really cool, really cool. Let's get Major Blood in there with his pistols up. Heck yeah. Barbecue, I mean, look at how he stands out. Mostly because of the color, right? But the helmet head portrait is just working. And the double wielding of the axes is working for him. He might want to go ahead and reconsider this way of life here, you know? You never know. He might be a martial artist with remarkable skills with blades. You never know. You never know. So that having been said, I had a lot of fun today sharing the experience of checking out Barbecue and adding him to my G.I. Joe collection, my growing collection as an adult once again this year in 2021. I hope you're able to come back and keep sharing some experiences too. Until next time, everybody.